Hi, my name's Amy. Welcome back to my channel. You probably haven't seen me in a while. And now I'm posting not just yoga videos, but Pilates videos. And today's going to be a short tutorial on one of my favorite beginner intermediate exercises called semicircle. And I'm going to show it to you the traditional way as well as with a box, with a short box. So if you don't have a short box, no worries, because I'm going to show you the classic way. You just need a reformer. I'm on my Balance Body Allegro 2, and I'm using 2 red springs. The outer 2 red springs, those are 2 heavies. My foot bar's at the foot bar position, so it's just 1 notch below, completely vertical. Lying down, headrest will be down. Mine is already down. And we can do it a few different ways. I'm going to start today with my toes together, toes apart, heels together in a Pilates V. And the knees are going to be hip bone distance apart versus, say, quite wide. The hardest part I find is getting into this shape. It's a little bit awkward and it does take arm strength, core strength, and a little trust in how you're moving. So the hands flip and hold the shoulder blocks. And this is the part that gets a little tricky. You have to lift your hips up and push. And I just did that in a very clunky way. So here I am. I'm going to try to fix what I did and push it. So I'm sticking to my max. It's about 90 something today. And that's how I got to this point here. So let's see if I can come into it again. And again, if I had a shirt on, maybe I would stick less, but I don't. So I'm sticking quite a bit. So I'm going to start again and see if I can get into this. In fact, I'm going to come to my arches of my feet just to get into the setup because that was not working. So I'm going to hold onto my shoulder blocks. I'm going to lift up almost like a bridge, and I'm going to push the shoulder blocks away. That was a little bit better. Still a little clunky, but that's okay. And I'm going to get my toes back on, heels touching. So my starting position is knees over the foot bar as far forward as they can be, as if I'm trying to touch the wall in front of me. I'm going to lower my hips down, push into the foot bar like I'm doing footwork, scoop the hips up like I'm doing a pelvic tilt or a bridge, and bring the carriage right back. So that's one semicircle. I'll do a few more. Once you get the pattern, and your hips might skim the springs, and that's fine, then you can do it a little bit more fluidly, and then it looks and feels pretty good. Kind of feels like a roller coaster. This can be done with the heels wider. It can even be done with the feet parallel, but first position is a nice starting point, and it's pretty intense. Now I'm going to reverse it. So I'm starting at the same starting point, but now I'm going to push out first, let the hips dip, bring the carriage in, scoop the hips up like a bridge, and push out. Lower the hips, bring it in, lift the hips, push out, and again, you can do this a little more fluidly, and you can link semicircle and reverse semicircle. Just a few, because it's pretty intense. And back to my starting pose. And then again, I'm sticking to my carriage, so it's hard to move back. If you have clothes on or you're not sweating, a little bit easier. So as promised, I'm going to show a variation of this. It's a variation I really enjoy with a short box. So let me get my short box. As promised, here's my short box. We're going to take a short box variation of semicircle. It's one that I really like to teach. I teach this more than I teach the classic. For many people, this will be more accessible. Sitting down, facing the foot bar, you have to scooch your hips forward, and depending on how tall you are and how the length of your carriage, you're going to scooch almost off the carriage, which is what I have to do. I'm not very tall, but I do have a short carriage, and this is what I need to do to find the back of my chest, the back of the bra line, if you wear a bra, underneath the heart, arms overhead. If this shoulder position is not accessible to you, then hands can go to the back of the head with the head up or the head down. I'm going to take this variation. This emulates the classic where I would be holding the shoulder blocks. You can have your feet onto the platform, toes together, heels together, toes apart, or parallel. I'm going to go back to the foot bar. I'm keeping the edge of the box right at the bra line. Scoop my hips up, knees over the foot bar to start, just like we did in semicircle, in classic semicircle. Push the carriage out. We'll go this direction first. Lower the hips down a little, or depending on your mobility, a lot, even touching. Bring the carriage in, hips up, push out. Once you find the movement pattern, you can move this a little more fluidly. I'll take a few this direction and then I will reverse it. I'm going to start the other way and reverse. So I went down, up, knees over the foot bar, hips down, back, and lift up. Hips down, push the carriage, hips up. So again, I'll move a little more fluidly. And this is semicircle on the box. And a nice stretch to do after all that, especially if you're using the box, you're set up for it. Toes right over the foot bar. You can take a little monkey stretch. And we're done. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on semicircle. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments below. I'd love to see what you think. See you next time.